Hey there, this is Godfollower at Bimmerfest, making a review on the installation for the Bimmertech HiFi Amplifier on the BMW i3. Basic tools for installation. You'll need an 8mm driver, could be a socket and a ratchet. In this case I'm going to use an electronic gun. Some sort of flat device. You can use a butter knife. Plastic bone tools are nice if you have one, but I know a lot of people don't. Just something that you're not going to poke through the seat with, so don't use a sharp knife. And then the amplifier from Bimmertech comes already mounted on the base to install in the car. Everything's already hooked up out of the box, so really simple installation. You'll notice the extra ports there that we're not using in this installation. And then on this side, the big port that you want to pay attention to is the USB port. You may need that when you put it in the car, depending on if you want to modify the settings or not. So installation is really simple in this car. You'll see here we've got the back seat of the BMW i3. Let me grab my tools real quick. Alright, to remove the back seat, it's really simple. Just grab underneath the seat, and lift on the one side, and you may have to lift on the other side as well. There's just two little keepers. Lift the front of the seat up, and then continue lifting the front of the seat, and you'll notice the seat belt slid out of the holes. That's it. Take the seat bottom out of the car. Put that aside for the moment. And then right here on the driver's side is your audio amplifier in this car. Keep in mind this install is for the Harman Kardon system. The cars without the Harman Kardon audio system from the factory will not have a second amplifier. All that speaker output is done through the head unit. So to get this amplifier out, we've just got the one 8mm screw on top. Grab that guy out. Okay, and then the connector is right over here. And these guys, they're not hard to get off. Just make sure you do it in the right order. Same way with installation. So there's a little button here. Push this button down and then pull the tang forward. And you'll notice that pops the connector out of the amplifier. And that's it. Unplug it, set it aside for the moment, and then just grab the amplifier and lift it straight up. Once you get it lifted up, then work on pushing it forward. And your goal is to disengage these rails from the slots in the bracket. So once you do that, you can pick it up, take it out, and either dispose of it or put it back in the car later when you turn it in at the end of lease, whatever your choice is. Grab your Bimmertech amplifier. Make sure that you're installing it this way with the bracket facing down so that it's lined up the same way the factory one was. Watch your connector as you put it in, and then you're going to have to slide it underneath this bracket over here. Once you do that, then your goal is just to get it sitting flat on the bracket that's in the car and hook those V's, and they're just like they were when we removed it. And you can see here where they're seated on that side. This side's a little tougher. So then all you have to do is hook up your electrical connector. So put this guy down here. Once you get it just started in the hole, don't force it in immediately. Okay. So make sure that your tang is still down so it's parallel with the connector face when you put it in. Slide it in just that far and then push just a little bit and you'll notice it flip that tang down, and then you can pull that tang up until it locks in behind the button and it'll fully engage that connector. Push that connector down and beside the amplifier right there. Take your wires, tuck them underneath this metal bracket. Make sure that your chief protection is on the metal there, that it's not the regular wire exposed. Grab your bolt. You're going to put him back in his little bolt hole. Zap him down. You don't want to tighten it too much. Just a little bit. It's a small bolt. Alright. And then if you're inclined to modify the settings yourself, take your USB connector, plug it into that USB port that I showed you earlier. And I found in this car, the best location I've noted is to take it and run it right here next to the hump in the carpet. When you put the seat in, that won't crush it. I've played with it a little bit, and it gives you plenty of length in the USB cable to get it up to the front of the car. Just don't put it on this hump here, because that is going to deform it a little bit. So once you've done that much, grab your seat bottom. Make sure that your seat buckles are down. put your seat bottom in, and you're just going to lay it on top of those buckles for the moment. And I'll show you how to get them up through the hole. Okay, so now I'm going to go underneath the seat bottom. I'm going to grab this buckle, and it's going to have to go up through the hole in the seat. You can see from above where it comes through. This is when you need that flat piece of bone tool. The easiest way I've found to get these seat belts through is to take that bone tool and slide it in between the front of the seatbelt and the cloth on the seat. Otherwise, it hooks on the bottom edge. It makes it really hard to get that seatbelt through. So you use the bone tool to keep it from hooking. It'll pop right through. Do one side that way. Hook the seatbelt. Take your bone tool out and do the other side the exact same way. So pop your seatbelt up through the hole. Grab your bone tool. Get him situated in the middle part. It's hard to do with one hand, I apologize. With two hands, it's no big deal. So you've got your bone tool there. Same thing, just push your seat bottom down, push it back so that you're all the way back against the seat. You'll notice now both your seat buckles are through. You can undo that. And then to relatch it, just push once on each side in the middle of the seat. It'll latch into place. And that's it. Nothing is different on the radio end. Nothing looks different on the radio. All your tweaking for your audio settings are going to come through your USB interface on a laptop. The software is out there on Bimmertech's website. So it's that easy to install this amp. There's no modifications needed. Just pull out the old amp, put the new one in, and you're done. That's about it. Thank you.